It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
No fear, no fear, no fear. I'm not afraid of none government. I'm just not afraid. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You know, I appreciate having a good conversation with Paul, and I read some of his stuff, and I understand his point. It all comes down to trusting the people that are going to be making decisions for hundreds of millions of people. That right there is next. I mean, just a concept that, okay, well, you know, I'm going to pick somebody that's going to go and make a decision for me and 100 million of my closest friends. Oh, no. I get to pick somebody that's going to pick somebody that's going to make decisions for 100 million of my closest friends. No. I'm going to be given the illusion of choice that I got to pick somebody that gets to pick somebody to pick somebody. You see my point? I mean, at what point do you become so removed from this process that you go, I call nix on the whole freaking thing? That's what's coming. And these guys, he's an older gentleman. You know, he's been around. He's like, yep, I see where it's broken and going to fix it. But they're so locked in. And I understand, you know, a lot of people think that I had many more and longer conversations with Dr. Paul than I did. And I didn't. And it was by choice on probably both our parts. Because if we had a lot of communications with each other, then how do you get to be outside the campaign? You have to do campaign finance. And, you know, and I knew, I said, I just don't want, no. You keep doing what you're doing, I keep doing what I'm doing. And he always did a great job. And it's so refreshing to have someone that's in politics like Dr. Paul that you just don't have to make excuses for him. You don't got to, be going, well, he didn't really mean this, or, I don't really agree with him on everything on that. And he's not. I mean, heck, man. I mean, whatever we don't agree on is not worth me worrying about. So I can just put head down and plow and just say, hey, what he said. That is so refreshing. And it hasn't been since the mid-'90s that I had someone like a Judge John Buttrick now. He ran for governor. Another one. These guys are totally uncompromising, well-educated, got it together, kind of, heck no, I ain't playing, and I'll debate these guys any old time. They used to be on the debate club in Harvard. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know that? Oh, whip your butt. So that was a pleasure to watch. And we knew that this was going to be the same kind of experience with Dr. Paul. So he's very supportive of the Constitution and what it meant and the definition of the words and how it's phrased and how it was originally interpreted and what the founders actually meant, and they were detailed about it and all. But he still got to know that you're not going to put these guys in charge of deciding it and starting to open up a convention. They're going to what? I mean, I wouldn't even feel good about having, 100 clones of Dr. Paul doing it. Much less these guys that is going to come out and start redefining the words in the Constitution and adding more and subtracting some. Think about it. The United States Constitution, as flawed as it is, really isn't that long. And they didn't really want it to be. They just said, we're going to establish this government because and we'll use these excuses and reasons and how and whatever because we just want the government. We want to be able to tax, eminent domain, regulate commerce, coin money. I mean, if you were Lord God, King Bufu of all you surveyed, what else would you want? I mean, seriously. Well, anti-federalists knew, and they go, look, man, we know where this is going. So they go, all right, we'll do that thou shalt not Bill Right thing. How did it work out? It did not. It keeps getting worse. And whatever provisions there are, they just redefine it. They make it worse. They keep ignoring it. They're going to do whatever. And I just know this call for a constitutional convention. And now I got to check, Paul, he says it was like a couple of states short and them all bringing on the balanced budget amendment. And I don't know that they got all those states for just that one thing. I think they added in some of the others too. But even still, here we go. They want to do it. And what stopped the last couple of states was a bunch of activists, right-wingers, man, the John Birchers, the Mormons, whoever the heck was behind this, certainly in this state. They went, oh, heck no. Well, that just kind of reverberated around the country. And once the internet started in 94 and we're doing email, and I remember when it was happening, all of a sudden you could see that they were doing everything at the same time everywhere. And it started about, it started even earlier, but there's a lot of, we'll go into it. Go to this month's magazine. Oh, a lot of good stuff in this month's magazine. I got to tell you. We are about done. How done are we, Sierra? You're done? You giving it a thumbs up done? Are you going to load it up? When are you going to load it? Load it! Because, you're waiting for me to take responsibility, right? Yeah, whatever. Okay. So the magazine's done for this month. I mean, we just finished it like last 5 minutes. Now, normally what we do is we wait till 11:59 Friday night, the first Friday of each month. So it's there for weekend reading. Now, Tiger is he got paid yesterday, so he's gone, man. He's I don't know where he is, and I got some little interface problems with the magazine interface and so on. But I'm not going to miss the deadline. So what we're going to do is it still works, but it doesn't. From the site where we have the magazine and all the articles that you can read it in the traditional format if you're a subscriber. If you're a subscriber and you don't have a tablet magazine, or you're just at home and you'd rather read it there, you don't want to download it to your tab, then you just go, all right, well, I can just read it in traditional format, but it's only accessible by subscribers, which is $5 a month, or you give me an ounce of silver, and that's worth a whole year, okay? If you give, and you get a little Freedom's Phoenix card. Where are those cards? I got them next to my heart. Well, it's the ones with the dimes in them, which is very popular, very nice. Now, what we'll go ahead and do is, Sarah's going to give me a copy. Here it is. For video. There you go. See? Ain't that cool? It's got a 90% silver diamond. This thing's like up to, I don't know, it's $3 or something now for a freaking dime. So what we'll do is you get one of those. If you give me 2 ounces of silver, I send you one ounce round of Freedom's Phoenix silver medallion, and the dime card too. So you get the dime card and an ounce, and you sent me 2, so it's really like I still get my 1 ounce of silver. So I'd rather get the silver. Or you can do $50 and it's on you, subscribe and do whatever, but send me silver. I like the silver. I was in Vegas having dinner with a friend of a friend. He's become a friend, and he's really big. You want to see his eyes light up, man. He's all about, he knows about every coin and the rarity of, and he did this since he was a little kid. And he was talking about 1913 to 20-something. They had a standing Liberty. Can you go get that? I think it's on my it's either there or it's on my dresser in there. And what it is a very beautiful coin, and it was very controversial at the time. And what it was a coin that had Lady Liberty walking, and it had one of her breasts exposed. Well, of course, this is controversial. So they're making a big deal out of that. Well, he's telling me the history about it and the discussion, all that. I come home, and I'm looking in the, no, it's just laying on my, out in there. So I come home, and I'm, unloading all my stuff into my top drawer. Well, as I'm unloading it, I see somebody had sent, various different 1 ounce coins and various, silver dollars or whatever that I just kind of threw in my top drawer. And I pulled it, I go, this is the one he was talking about. We were looking, I'm going, ooh, ain't that cool? Where'd you put it? Oh. Here we go. And you can kind of see it a little bit there. Go ahead and hold it up there, will you, babe? Take a look at that. That is a beautiful coin. Whoop, it's got a booby, showing there, but that's a beautiful coin. And I'm just going, wow, that was cool. Somebody sent me that on purpose. So you send me silver. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make the file for download available to everyone, even non-subscribers, for just long enough before we can get the, the interface fixed. So as soon as she does this, you go check the page out, and maybe You can get the magazine for free